At first glance, Bob Came in Pieces is a little sappy and seems childish, something I would have normally just tossed aside, assuming it to be more flash trash, but after a recommendation, I picked this game up and gave it a shot. Believe it or not, I was wrong. There's something about Bob that I just loved. Then after playing this for a few hours, it hit me. I loved this game because I loved Lunar Lander, also known as Moonlander, one of the first computer games I ever played. This game channels the spirit of that retro classic perfectly. You play as Bob, a regular call center alien who's content with his life. Unfortunately, on a space rocket ride to work, he gets hit by a stray meteor. Crashing down to Earth, you must use the ship's boosters to navigate through physics-based environment puzzles while finding necessary parts to fix Bob's ship. The goal is to get to the end of each level in the shortest time possible, and puzzles are solved by attaching parts that you find along the way to your ship to create exterior tools. The additions to your ship include pipes, both straight, bent, and splitters, push and pull beams, and boosters of various heft. It doesn't seem like a whole lot to work with, but you'd be surprised what you need to do to get from point A to point B. I'm gonna throw this out there. Initially, I thought this game would be a cakewalk, but it's actually quite difficult. Understanding the full capabilities of the parts at your disposal can be very tough. I don't know if it's because of good or bad design. On one hand, it's good because it requires you to really think hard about the smaller aspects of the game. On the other hand, I feel like there wasn't much of a ramping up in difficulty to get to the point where I understand how to properly solve a complex environment puzzle. That comes mostly with the length of the game, the adventure mode being only around an hour and a half to full completion. Although the adventure mode is short, going back and getting the best times is a real challenge. That's not an understatement. I could never pilot a lander like this because I would crash it into every wall possible at least twice. I'm pleased there isn't a health gauge for the ship, as I would have certainly exploded more times than I'd like to admit. Once you finish with the main story, there's a set of side levels in a virtual reality mode. These levels have a little more fun with strict puzzles in a blocky environment and definitely take a moment to nod to the pixels in our past. Each level takes on a new type of puzzle. For example, in one, you have to snowboard down a level using only push and pull beams. The addition of the VR levels definitely keeps things fresh, but it only really adds another hour to this game. Bob Came in Pieces is another title that I just want more of. It's a common problem in indie developments, striking that perfect length while maximizing profits, but I feel like more could have been done with this title. Bob is cute. It's a cute game and it actually looks nice with its cartoony environments and a variety of levels to explore. While you might go into this title thinking it's something only children will enjoy, it's another sneaky game that brings a great amount of difficulty and requires thoughtful input from the player. It plays smoothly almost all of the time, with the only control issue being when the ship gets caught up on geometry and can't progress forward, but the built-in system of checkpoints allows for a speedy teleport without any negative repercussions. Bob Came in Pieces brings a lot to the table and fits in well with the other titles created by Ludosity Interactive, so if you're a fan of this title, chances are they've made something else you might enjoy. As Bob wrapped up, I realized the game served one gigantic purpose: to strike a retro chord in my brain. So I'm gonna go take heed and play some Lunar Lander.